So with the Sacred Skull Secret Society, do you want to tell us a little bit about where that came from and how? And I tell you, for people that haven't seen it yet, just before we jump in, this is the landing page, sacredskulls.org, where you can come in, you can see the story, the roadmap, utility, etc.
Hmm.
And as you can see, the one virtual card. So do you want to
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the Sacred Skulls? How did that come about, and what it's been so far?
Yeah, man. So I remember being in Clubhouse when Farouk and those guys, the early Big Club boys, right? Farouk and them had a Clubhouse room, and they were all monkey avatars, and it was the Bored Ape Yacht Club had just sold out, and they were going ape shit, right? And I was like, "What is this? I don't understand what the hell's going on." I was like, "This is weird." They were making monkey sounds and just acting reckless, and I was like, "I don't know what the hell this is." But then I saw the headlines after that, and then started learning about crypto punks, and I have tech friends, from YC. They used to tell me about crypto kitties and all these things, when they first started and all this, and it was like foreign to me. I usually I'll be aware of the technology, and I'll watch and I'll listen and I'll just be in the background. And then when I feel that intuitive time to jump in is when I jump in, and I go, because I have so much shit going on in my life. I can't kind of check something out. I have to go all the way in and absorb it like a
Yeah.
sponge. So when that came around and I started learning about PFP NFTs, that was this whole new craze, because NFTs with people and all the headlines was one thing, but the PFP part of it was like, wow, I see what this I saw on Twitter. Everyone was changing their picture to a cartoon. And it's like, wow, this is really interesting. I see the community around it, right? Um,
Mm.
and so I started getting, and then I would go on Ethereum and I'd go on all these other chains and start researching all these PFP series. And like, that's what I do is I like to just go and research the top of any industry. And then I kind of not reverse engineer, but I kind of just, I see what they're doing. I figure it out, like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that they did that. Oh, that one's doing this. And so I'm like, wow, because I always, I like to jump in when it feels right, like I was saying. So me being an entrepreneur or even a creator or creative, I was like, I can do something with this, and I right away I start the way my brain works is I visualize, right? It all starts up
Mm.
here in your quantum computer. So I visualize, I have all these files and it's not there in the real world yet, right? So I'm starting to brainstorm, it's creating, and it's like kind of cooking in there. And then
Hmm.
I start with these names because I'm really big on names, brands, concepts, like meanings. It's always got to be deeper than just on what you see. There's always got to be more
Yeah.
weight behind it. So I started thinking about these names, and I came up with some other ones, and then as I'm building it, and as I'm reaching out to my certain friends who are, maybe my friend can help me. Well, I was thinking about doing a 2D one. I was thinking cartoons, illustrations, 2D, and all this stuff, and then I have a buddy in Santa Barbara, Jay, who's my partner with Sacred Skulls, and I had originally reached out to him a couple months ago about aerosol fiends. I want to do my VR simulation app, so I was like, maybe you could render out some things in VR. Because that he's been doing that for 10 years as his main hustle. He has corporate clients. He's really good. And I
Mm.
started talking to him about NFTs. And let's do this and that. And he was already aware of everything. Because he has friends in the industry who are also dabbling in NFTs. And if you're a 3D artist, like you cannot hide from NFTs. You're like, what? Digital art on the chain only? I can make money now as a digital artist? It's a game changer. So we started
Yeah.
talking, and then everything just started growing up from there and just shooting ideas, having meetings and running this by him and figuring it out as we went. And so then I started, okay, I got to do something with aliens, because I just love ancient civilization. I love the Anunnaki story of the ancient Egypt and all that. And master geneticist gods who like changed our DNA, and humans years
Hmm.
ago. So like, we're frequency beings, and so it's all energies.
Absolutely.
So I was like, okay, sacred skulls. And another thing, I'm fascinated with like secret societies. I'm fascinated with like elite, like all these things that it's just like you're a member, don't tell nobody, like, and that's one
Mm.
of the things being into graffiti culture and street culture and growing up, involved in gangs. A lot of my friends are gang members, and so there's a secret type of thing, you know. It's like, we don't care if you can't read the graffiti on the wall. It's not for you. It's for us. This is our culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Sacred Skull, Secret Society. It has the 4 S's, and it just, everything just sounded right. You know, you got Bored Ape Yacht Club, you got Antisocial Social Club, and I just like the concept of a long name. You know what I mean? Like, it's neat.
Absolutely.
So that was already the starting point. And then I was thinking, you know, well, we got 3D, and what is the metaverse? It's VR, you know, and blockchain and all these things connected. So why not just create a 3D PFP avatar NFT, right? That'll be perfectly positioned when VR does take over in a year or two from now. You know, we can all meet in the metaverse with our Sacred Skulls, you know, and have meetings there and do some really fun stuff. So, you know, and our roadmap, and I'm going to be updating the website tonight with all of our utility, all of our updated roadmap. We have a lot of shit planned, and I want to create value for our members. That's the thing, is like, your NFT is your membership. You know, the artwork is cool. And that's the first part of an NFT series, is the artwork. But then you know, you have the community, you have the utility, and everything else, just like a startup. That's how I look at it. You know, you can't just create the art and launch the product and then bounce. That's just like, that's not how it works, you know? So
absolutely,
I'm in it for the long run. This is like a 3-year vision already. And that's the thing about the Chamber of 33, right? You're a member. These 33 Genesis holders will have higher voting rights when we create our DAO, when DeSo makes it available next Q1, right? With the DRC20 tokens, the DAO smart services, all this stuff is coming. So now with us, we have our Chamber of 33, and we're going to create that as a group together. And you know, and another thing is, in our drop, we're going to put aside 10% of all the sales into a treasury, which is 100 DeSo. So we're going to use that as the starting point for our DAO to make decisions. Maybe pay someone to create this or do that, or buy some NFTs together and then flip them, you know? So
fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So Bobby, this is a bit mind blowing, and I hope people that are listening are getting like the full expanse of how deep you think about this before you move into it. And
oh man,
and I have to say that looking at the Sacred Skulls, like that was I was just starting to get into NFTs, because I mean, I've always known what they were and around, but I just hadn't been part of the culture, hadn't been part of the community. I'd just been so busy with everything else. And then I saw the Sacred Skulls, and it hit me, you know, like as we've said, we've got a lot of shared interest when it comes to the world and the way it works and the universe. And so something drew me into it, and I jumped on, and I got number 8. So I was stoked to join the crew. And it was spending time in that Discord group, in that Chamber of 33 with those, and that I was able to actually taste and feel, in a way, beyond just know the potential of what NFTs can actually do beyond this concept of it's a JPEG, right? And really see, I mean, even just having something to bond over with 32 other people, like just that in this crazy time is such a potent thing. And then on top of that, all the networking, the connections, you know, like you said, we've got Kat in there, we've got Fast Freddy, we've got these other characters that are, you know, amazing, beautiful humans that are incredible creators in their own right. And then you start putting a fund like that can be driven by a secret society like that without being tainted by the noise of the outside, where they can just cultivate ideas and guard them together and bring them to the world. Like, this is big.
Well, that's the thing, is like, I love, you know, everyone, there's a lot of like headline readers and stuff like, oh, the community, this and that, but you can say a lot of things, but it's really about your actions, you know? So I really genuinely want to help all of our Sacred Skulls members understand how to get the most value out of DeSo blockchain, or just crypto in general, you know, where we could all share ideas. Because I learned this concept from Fungibles, actually, because he has a private Telegram group called Shroom Cat Club. And so, you know, you buy some of his creator coin, and then you'd be able to get a membership, and then you pay monthly, you know, dues. And what he does is he helps you learn and get you alpha, and there's this drop, and there's this whitelist, and there's this, or he'll have like a Zoom meeting with all of us, and he'll run down how to read the charts and what's a good play and what's this and this and that. And it really educates me on just DeFi in general, you know, decentralized finance. And so, and NFTs, you know, I've already minted 3 different NFT series on Ethereum because I got on the whitelist through him, by finding out about these services before someone else. So that's what I want to kind of bring into Sacred Skulls as well, is the kind of like a crypto mastermind group, where we're gonna help each other create wealth long term. And there's no, it's not financial advice, but I'm just saying that's my goal and that's my vision. Is I want to help people, because I've learned a lot, man. I go down. I mean, I'm a sponge, so I go down the rabbit hole pretty intense, and I study a lot. And so I've helped so many people so someone will create a one card, right? And I'll see their founder reward is at like 5%, and they just signed up, and they have like no value. I'm like, yo, you need a lot, put it to 100. Like, he's going to get some bots are going to snipe you. And then, so it's like right away, bad experience, so I've helped already almost a dozen people. They don't know what is a founder reward. They don't even know, like they don't know about creator coins. Yeah. They don't know about this stuff. And so I'm like, we really need to, provide value for people to help them understand how to navigate this whole new world.
Absolutely, man.
So
that's a whole new world indeed.
Part of it, So
yeah. Bobby, just being aware of the time here, and it's because I think you and we are going to need to do these conversations on a more regular basis once we get the building out of the way in the next 6 months.
Sure.
But just going in right now, because with the Sacred Skulls Secret Society, one of the reasons that we kind of came together to do this is you are about to do the big launch, NFT drop. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. Well, we did our whitelist today in our Discord. We have about 125 members in there right now. 90 of them were not Sacred Skulls members yet. So we did, I guess a raffle or whitelist, and we already chose our 33 winners today. So tomorrow at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time on sacredskulls.org, we're going to launch our whitelist pre-sale mint, which is 333. So the total number is 999 of the whole series of Generative series. And we're going to do 1/3 of that tomorrow. So 333 will be available for the whitelist people. There's 66, there's the Chamber of 33 already have whitelist as a utility. And then we got an additional 33 people. So that's tomorrow, or wherever you're at in the world, right? But Pacific Standard Time. So 12 noon, New Year's Eve. And then on the next day, on New Year's Day, on January 1st at 12 noon, probably be about 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, we're going to open up to public. So there will be 666 of them still left. And there's no cap. So they're going to go for one DeSo each. And, that's kind of where we're at. So 10% will go back into the creator coin. You remember when we first, one of the utilities of a Chamber of 33 was I airdropped 0.1 coin to everybody just off the top. And then everyone got able to be on our pre-sale for our coin, and then when the Coinbase listing came, everyone was like a bloodbath. People were selling everywhere. So, but, we weren't the only ones that were hit. Everyone was hit by that. That was exciting as hell. But you're one of our top holders now. So when we, drop 1,000 NFTs, and let's say they sell eventually, that's 10% of all those will go back into the coin. So that's already that's gonna be good for our coin holders.
Absolutely, man. It's you really have created a beautiful system that, as a person who's come in myself into this, I felt like at home and welcomed. I felt like, this is a family, not someone just trying to make a buck on flipping NFTs, which, hey, nothing wrong with that. But, this is a really awesome thing, like you say, with the profit share and all these other different things that come into play. So now on that, Bobby, that's probably an important part here is, when you launch this, there is so much in what's about to come out here in this drop. And we just saw with the fucked up cats that you and I both have been having a blast with, and another example of community coming together, just how quick they can go. Everyone was like, oh, I think if we go this rate, maybe we might be able to get it by New Year's Day, sell out. And it just ramped up and went out the door in perfect timing. So there's a big gap there right now. People understood
the value there, because that fucked up cats is really awesome, man. That's like, I own probably about, I think 60 or 70, not fucked up cats, but just in general, NFTs on DeSo a lot. I try and support projects, and I try and, get involved somehow, some way. But there's a couple that I'm just like, especially fucked up cats, I'm like, wow, this shit is amazing. I was like, Never welcome in the team. He's a great designer. You know, aside from just launching an NFT series, he's also a designer by trade. So the aesthetic, the brand, the user experience on the minting website, the artwork with the little cats have like little weapons and they're like blood, and it's just like I resonate towards this. This is awesome. These are like little gangster ass cats, and there's going to be a game. So, you know, I was excited to support them. And you know,
and that's awesome as well. The cooperation between like seeing you go in there rather than keeping separate. Oh, their competition. When I saw you join in there and start taking part in the fun, I thought, I love this community, the way everyone's coming together and joining. So now, as part of loving the community, you have put together a little prize pack for a little giveaway we're going to do. So everyone watching, as soon as this episode finishes, I am going to be jumping in, editing and cutting out this section of the conversation to announce the generative drop that's about to happen on New Year's Day. And what we would love is all your support in sharing this clip out. We're going to be posting it to Clout Forum, tagging Bobby and Sacred Skulls and everyone in it. And then we would love your help in making it go viral across the platform and share it out across into other places, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you can share it. Just get it out there, because the more people we can bring here, the more everyone wins. And to say thank you for that, Bobby, you've put together, was it 3 digital mint passes, I believe?
There's 5. There's 5 mint passes for Clout Forum to be able to give away to whoever, you know, we wins that.
And here it is right here. So as Bobby's saying, basically, when you share this out there, then you will go into the running to be picked for one of 5 mint passes. And so, Bobby, we're talking about this and kind of, I think, made a bit of a quick decision just before. I think 48 hours, what we're talking about. So let's make it 48 hours to just pump that out. And then once that's done, we'll draw the winner. We'll draw the winners and give you those mint passes so you can mint yourself a Sacred Skulls NFT. Was that about right, Bobby? Did I get that right?
Well, we might want to announce it before January 1st somehow within the next week, because if you know, I don't expect us to sell out, but I'm saying, like, if we give it to them late and then they're gone, they're like, well, where's the mint pass? You know, so
good point.
The public sale is 12 noon on January 1st Pacific Standard Time. So if we can somehow get it to them before then that would be great, you know.
Gotcha. All right.
Basically,
so
in your world, about 24 hours, you know. So
I tell you what, everyone watching, just get sharing straight away. Don't delay. Get it out there. We are, as you were saying, Bobby, true entrepreneurs with the Web 3.0. We do things on the fly, spontaneously, adapt to what happens. It's what you got to get good at in the blockchain world, right? So what we'll do, crank it out, share it out there, and then we will stretch it to as far as we can. And then we'll have to call it, send the winners out, and those people will get those mint passes. You'll get tagged in the winning post, and then just go jump in as soon as that opens and make sure you mint yourself.
Yeah. So what it does is it's basically a free NFT. So we put your wallet key in our database, and you get to mint for $0. You know, for one. So that's how it works.
So that's a 1 DeSo prize off the bat, which as soon as these things sell out, I mean, the prices automatically go up anyway. And I think your collection here is gonna definitely be one that keeps growing. So
yeah, I can't wait to show everyone the artwork. We've been, like, we put little sneak peeks here and there, but man, we've added some cool stuff. And like I said, Jay, my partner with Sacred Skulls, he's a beast in 3ds Max and working with environments and renderings, and you know, he really did a good job on this one. So pretty excited.
It's incredible work for sure.
And Ali, my co-founder with One, he also built out our mint process and our mint flow on our website. We were inspired by Fucked Up Cats, and their minting was amazing. So we got some cool shit in there for everyone.